The following is an exposé of the essence and identity of chiropractic as understood in this office and as passed down since the teachings of B.J. Palmer. Let's face it, chiropractic is mostly known and recognized as a therapy for back pain and also for other symptoms related to musculoskeletal conditions like headaches. Often people under chiropractic care are relieved from other symptoms and diseases which are not directly related to these musculoskeletal problems. Could it be that chiropractic is a cure-all? Not at all. In fact, chiropractors make the flat statement that they do not treat or cure any type of symptom or disease. But then, how come people heal from many different ailments while no therapy has been applied? Well, the treatment is actually performed by the body itself once it is back to normal control of its functions. The source of this healing power is our inborn intelligence. It is present in all living things, whether a plant, an animal, or human. It works at every moment of life, day and night, from conception to death. It does not need to know the formula of insulin or cortisone, or the other thousands of chemicals needed by the body. However, it is able to build and maintain those chemicals that the body needs in proper balance and in constant adaptation to the internal environment. When innate intelligence is allowed to work without interference, we are in perfect health. But when something interferes with this inborn intelligence, it cannot maintain the right balance, and we get sick. There are different sorts of blockages to healing. Chiropractic deals with the worst of all, namely the vertebral subluxation. Let's see in this short presentation how it works. The brain is a master regulator of all body functions. It communicates through mental impulses which travel both ways to and from the quadrillions tissue cells which constitute the body. A constant dialogue takes place between the brain and all glands, organs and muscles. In health, the spine protects the delicate spinal cord. The innumerable informations travel at high speed all life long between brain and periphery, back and forth. Here is an analogy. The light bulb represents the body, and the electric current, the energy within this body. When the light bulb receives full amount of power, it burns brightly. But when the power diminishes, it starts to dim more and more. Similar situation exists in the body when a vertebral subluxation interferes with the normal transmission of the mental impulse. It takes only a very light pressure on the delicate nerves to modify the message going through. This is what we mean by interference. What makes a vertebral subluxation such a danger is that most of the time it is totally painless locally. Although neck and back pain are common, the site of the vertebral subluxation itself is rarely painful. Most of the time it is silent. Only people fortunate enough to feel back pain may think of consulting a chiropractor, which means someone may have a vertebral subluxation without being aware of it. Let me repeat this important statement. Someone may have a vertebral subluxation without being aware of it. And if they don't know better, they will miss an opportunity to heal either from a present problem or from something nasty developing only years after. In order to correct the vertebral subluxation, the chiropractor introduces a light adjustive force which the body is going to use to get rid of the interference, so as to restore normal communication, thereby allowing innate intelligence to regain control of the body functions. Now healing can take place. Let's take an example of the cervical vertebral subluxation. Some of the mental impulses coming from the brain are modified when they encounter the interference. those affected pathways cannot control properly the functions of different body parts. As a result, these parts do not work normally. They get weak, and symptoms and diseases develop at different stages and times. Another example shows a perfectly functioning heart. Information coming from the heart meets an interference. When the information reaches the brain, it is different from the original sent by the heart. Now the brain analyzes correctly the wrong information and therefore sends back to the heart a wrong order. As a result, the organ starts malfunctioning and symptoms like high or low blood pressure, tachycardia, arrhythmia, palpitation can manifest. Any other organ can be affected in the same way. One way or another, the interference must be removed. However, we prefer the soft method. The adjustments are performed on Zenith chiropractic tables. Although we practice full spine adjusting, we concentrate on upper cervical analysis and adjusting. It is a critical point of passage of all the nerves, leading to and returning from all parts of the body. Special X-ray studies, known as palmar-specific, are used to analyze the position of the subluxated vertebra. Here is what happened on this critical path where the medulla oblongata becomes the spinal cord. Any part of the body can be affected, whether glands, organs, or muscles. As a consequence of this atlas subluxation, the rest of the spine and body misalign and create secondary problems, which usually become symptomatic after a while. So, to recapitulate, here is atlas vertebra at the top of the spine, right under the skull. The blue balloon represents the brain, medulla oblongata, and spinal cord. This is what happens when the atlas subluxates. A major interference occurs, and this is a much needed chiropractic adjustment for a return toward normal control of the body parts. With this short presentation, I am wishing to shift people's perception of chiropractic from a back pain therapy perspective to an understanding of a non-therapeutic method of allowing the innate intelligence of the body to express itself fully to every human being. Vertebral subluxations exist at an endemic level. Everyone is subluxated at one degree or another, silently mining our health. The best time to start is during childhood. Nevertheless, it is rarely too late. The body has tremendous resources when given a better chance to work properly. The bottom line is, if you have a spine, don't wait. Get a chiropractic checkup now, and hopefully keep smiling for the rest of your life.